Hello, my fellow hunters. This is the RPG Relic Hunter, and I want to welcome you to another episode. We have hunted games of every genre here on the channel, except Big Eye Small Mouth style anime games. We ain't going there. And today we are going back to further explore new territory in an old hunt, the Relic Hunt for Era Consortium. Now, Era Consortium is a great game made by a good friend of the channel, Ed Jowett of Shades of Vengeance. This is a year later, and Ed has been busy. He made this game, this one, some comics. Hey, I can't see where we are. Why is the music getting louder as the page is filling? Can you please? Oh, thank you. No, but bring that music back here. Okay, good. Now, I know I said we were only doing one video on this game, but I lied. So, don't believe people on the internet. So let's see what's going on with Era, Ed, and Shades of Vengeance. I hope you enjoy.
Hello, thank you for having me back to talk to you again. It's great to be back. A year ago was actually the first time I spoke to you, I think. We actually managed to unlock 8 expansions for Era of the Consortium, which was fantastic. We were absolutely thrilled. And we were able to create those books very quickly and get them out to the backers. Originally, I had 18 ideas for expansions. And what I decided to do was come back to Kickstarter, a year later, and say, hey, remember those other 10 expansions? Well, 10 has grown to 18 again during the course of the year. I've had loads more ideas and other things that I'd like to do. And, here we are again. We'd very much like to continue expanding the Era of the Consortium universe. And, I literally went out to the backers to say, hey, would you guys like to see more from Era of the Consortium? And around sort of 60% of the backers who originally backed the previous Kickstarter have already come back and pledged again. So that's fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing where it's going to go. Right now we are funded. So the original goal, just like a year ago, was to unlock 3 expansions. We have unlocked, therefore, the Free Trader expansion, which was one we narrowly didn't manage to unlock last time. We've also unlocked the Predictive Genetic Algorithm expansion, which lets you create your own alien race. And then finally, the third one is New Worlds that we have unlocked, which describes the discovery of a brand new wormhole for the first time in 250 years. It's also fairly integral to what's coming next. The canon answer, which I'm not going to tell you, is fairly integral to what's coming next in the Consortium. So during the last year, I've actually produced several other games, a few more comics. I've produced a game called Era Balam just recently, which was around flying around in one-man fighters, and based on kind of the duality of the pilot and the fighter. On top of that, I've also produced a game called Era Hitman, which allows people to play in the modern era. It's inspired by the Hitman games, but also by sort of Assassin's Creed. But then imagine that not only are you a hitman, you also have superpowers. Limited use, you have to sort of ration them a bit, but then so do your targets. We also created some expansions for Era Survival, our survival horror game. And more recently, I've been working on finishing off finally the superhero game, which I started 3 years ago, and never actually got around to finishing. I've literally just finished writing character creation yesterday, so that's all done, and I'm now working on some other stuff. I've actually also got 7 other games underway just at the moment, so I've got a lot going on. The business is doing great. We've brought in a load of new sort of co-writers, some people who want to give some design input into what we're doing, which I think is fantastic, because I think if any one person is solo on creating everything for enough games, they're going to start feeling samey. And that's the last thing I want. I want every game to feel unique and different and interesting. And so, I've got a lot of people, and the team is sort of building, and they're fantastic. Everyone is really, really good at what they do. and I'm just here sort of tying it all together, making sure that it all fits the overall vision. But pulling in ideas from other designers is really giving us a lot of opportunity to do some new things. For me, I would say Free Trader is the one I am most excited to get out to my players. I'm a massive Traveller fan. I played it. It was the first ever RPG I ever played. And I absolutely loved it. And the idea of being able to go out and actually have proper piracy rules, proper prices for your cargo and so on, and actually be able to go around and trade, that's something that I would do in-game, for sure. That said, I know a lot of people want to have new alien races. I know there are a lot of people really excited about the opportunity to actually build their own alien race with various abilities that I've come up with. I'm also, honestly, I know this is an incredibly unhelpful answer, but I'm actually excited about all of this stuff. That's kind of why I'm creating it.
As you can see, Ed is a little excited about this game, and understand me when I tell you that's a good thing. I want to be straightforward with you here, my fellow hunters. You don't need my help to find a game company that sees you as a sales figure. You really don't. Those companies will be all up in your face every time you go to the game store. Shades of Vengeance is one to keep an eye on. This is a company that cares about your experience with the game and wants to make it the best they can. In fact, before we started our interview, Ed wanted to hear about my experience with Consortium from a year ago after an interview I did with them then. So do yourself a favor and check out this game at the unbelievably low price point that joining a Kickstarter allows. Yes, you will spend the rest of your gaming career introducing new players to this game, and yes, you will have more D10s than an emo LARPing convention. But you are a relic hunter, and finding those unique gems hidden among the rubble is what you live for. Go check it out, the links are in the description, and remember to play like the dice are trying to kill you, because they are.